for 30 years, I've watched people read books and get inspired. Tapes have been an extraordinary tool because people have been able to condition themselves by hearing things again and again. But there's nothing like an event. And I really want to invite you to participate and come. Very often people look at an event and they think, well, I'm just going to get positive. And if you've talked to anybody who's been to the Unleash Within Power Within program, you know this is a conditioning event. The only way you're going to get a lasting result is build muscle. And there's no way to do that like immersion. You can go to the ballpark and be there by yourself or with 5,000 people, but if you're there with 50,000 people, it's a different game. And momentum is what this is all about. And that's really what we've been trying to help you have over the last couple of days, to get clear on what you want, to get clear on what's stopping you, to give you some momentum going forward, to figure out how to close the gap between where you are and where you really want to be. And the UPW does that in spades. So it's got a money-back guarantee, so you can't possibly miss out. You can go to half the program. If you're not thrilled, you get your money back. So I've tried to make it so that it's as irresistible as possible, but it's the best thing I've created over these last 30 years. It gives you an opportunity to face your fears, to figure out what it is that really stops you, which we all know is unconscious fear. What are people afraid of today? You know what they're afraid of. They're afraid of the future. They're afraid of the present. They're worried can they have a better life in the future than they have today? And most people are lowering their expectations and letting the world take them over instead of getting creative and shifting and figuring out what to do. Or they're going into denial. So the very first night of the UPW is fear into power. It's the firewalk experience. But really what it's about is all night we're going to be showing you how to get yourself to follow through, how to get yourself to attack what you're afraid of, how to see what's been stopping you, and then get yourself to move forward in an instant and to train yourself to do that. So it isn't a conversation in your head about what you should do or some knowledge, but a follow through. I mean, how many people do you know that know exactly what they need to do or have a sense of what they have to attack, but they never face it, they never take action, they put it off, they set it aside, and that's really just a habit. And what we do is train you in your body how to make this happen. So when you get in front of that fire and it's 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit and you got to get yourself to storm across that thing and you got to do it in an instant, that shift, let's just say if you're in business, if you're in sales, after walking on fire, cold calling is not a problem. Right? If you're having difficulties in your business, you're going to be on a different side. And you're not only euphoric on the other side, but it shifts your core beliefs about what's possible. Because when you get yourself to do something you once thought was difficult or impossible, your brain starts to say, what else is I thought was difficult or impossible that I could do as well? The next day after developing this peak performance kind of state, you're going to get crystal clear on the steps you need to take to close the gap from where you are to where